Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. This is Manga Phase Ongoing, and I talk about manga a lot. I obviously also own a lot of manga because I have issues, but that's for another day. Today I'm going to show you guys some of my most anticipated manga that is ongoing in 2022. So let's get started with the video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe, or both. If you're feeling, fancy, go for both. And if you have any recommendations for manga for me or videos you'd like to see, please comment them down below, and I hope you guys enjoy. I grabbed a few. I am not going to include series that are either like ending this year or stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. I just feel like that they're so popular, there's really no point mentioning them because you've probably heard of them. Salem's hitting the cat stand. Come on, baby boy. Okay, fine, I'll lift you up. He's very needy. But yeah, let's go through some of my most anticipated ongoing series in 2022. Let's get started. Kitty break. Okay, Salem's decided that he's gonna be here in like the entire video. So let's just roll with it. First up, Mashal. This is my most anticipated of the year. I absolutely love this series. Minus some series that are coming to an end, but I'm not going to include those, obviously. So Mashal follows Mash, who lives in a magical world but has no magic. And when he is discovered to have no magic, he is forced into, or I guess blackmailed, into attending a school for magical students, and he has to fake it. It's so funny. It's from the Shonen Jump line, so you can read it on the Shonen Jump app or on the Viz app. I absolutely love this series. It has me belly laughing every single page of every chapter. I think it's so good. The fight scenes are really well done, and Mash is just super lovable, and so are the other characters you meet along the way. I literally already have like a tattoo planned based around one of the characters in this, and I absolutely love it enough that I want to get it permanently tattooed on me. So I definitely recommend this. It has 5 volumes out so far, and again, you can read this on the Shonen Jump app if that's what you are more interested in, but I highly recommend this. Mashal, 5 volumes out so far. The 6th volume is coming out, I believe, in May. So yeah, definitely recommend you check this out. And that is my most anticipated ongoing series of the year. Again, I'm not going to include stuff that's ending this year, or stuff that is coming, like just starting this year. Next up, we have Eden Zero. Listen, if you know me, or you've ever listened to me talk, Hiro Mashima is my favorite mangaka. Fairy Tail, Rave Master, Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, Eden Zero, I think that they are all phenomenal, and Fairy Tail is my like all-time favorite series. It's my personal favorite. It was there for me when I was at a really low point, and now I have Eden Zero. I absolutely love this. I have all 15 volumes that are out currently, and it is still ongoing. I definitely recommend this. It gives you, obviously the art style, it's the same mangaka, so the art style is very similar, so you've got that. But instead of like, just magical, it's space magic. It's space fairy tale. Do I need to say more? Space magic. That's all I should say. Space magic. I'm just saying. The story follows, so this is Shiki, and he is on an adventure to make as many friends as possible. And I can safely say I would be his friend. And then this is Rebecca, and we have Happy again. We gotta love Happy. But it's basically following them on their adventure as he goes to meet Mother, who is this giant mystical space being that nobody's seen ever. And he's on an adventure to find her, and Rebecca joins him with her little pet cat, Happy. And I absolutely love this story. Super cute, super funny. Characters are amazing. And like I said before, Hiro Mashima, I think, is one of the best mangakas in my personal opinion, and I think that this work is so good, and I'm glad that it gets some good representation. It does have an anime as well, but I just think more people need to be talking about this because it is absolutely phenomenal. All right. Next up, Blue Exorcist. Now, if you've read Blue Exorcist, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about because it's been on hiatus for a little bit. But it's coming back in May. At the end of this month, beginning of May, it's coming back for updates. So it's one of my most anticipated because I absolutely love this. And I binge read it while it was on hiatus. So I've just been stuck waiting. But it is coming back. I think Blue Exorcist is so funny and so just... it's so good. I absolutely love Rin. He is the main character. The story follows Rin as he discovers that he is the son of Satan and he lives in a world full of exorcists, and he decides to become one to avenge his adoptive father. So I highly recommend this. It has 26. I had to check. It's on that corner. You can kind of see them. It has 26 volumes out so far, and it has the 27th coming out. I think it's in May as well. So the 27th volume is on its way, and weekly updates, or at least updates, are starting back up in May when the mangaka comes back from their hiatus. So I'm really excited for this. Highly recommend it, and it's just, the characters wonderful. All of them on this list, I'm gonna be repeating the same thing really, because they're my most anticipated. So absolutely love them. Rin is like the best boy ever. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they all are. I'm nothing if not consistent. Okay. Next up, Kaiju number 8. I've also realized that I read a lot of shonen. Like a lot of the Shonen Jump stuff, I read a lot of shonen manga. But next up is Kaiju number 8, another series on the Shonen Jump app and the Shonen Jump line. And this follows our main character as he's hit an age where he's given up on his dream. He feels that he's too old to become a kaiju fighter, and he's essentially given up, and he's told himself this is the last time he's gonna try. But somehow something happens to him after he meets a new young co-worker who has the same dream as him. And I highly recommend this, again, on the Shonen Jump line, like, app, and it has 2 volumes out so far. The second volume just came out. I'm excited to see where this goes. I already love it. I think my favorite character is probably the younger co-worker, but it's really good, and I love any story that reminds me of Godzilla in any way. Like, kaiju is just, that's my favorite thing, is anything like that. So to have a manga similar to that is just phenomenal. It's wonderful. And I think that if you like a story similar to something like Attack on Titan, like Titans in a sense, or like, you know, you'll like this. I don't know how to phrase that properly, but I think that you'll definitely enjoy this if you like something similar to the Godzilla trope. Next up, Black Clover. I love Black Clover. Black Clover is one of the series that restarted my addiction to manga and anime. Fairy Tail was the first one. Like, that was the one that like restarted everything for me, and then I followed up with Black Clover, and I absolutely love Black Clover. I love the manga, I love the anime. Again, another wow, I really have a type in manga, don't I? Again, this story follows Asta, a guy who lives in a magic-filled world and has none. But that doesn't matter to Asta, because like MASH, he's really strong, and he has a goal, and Asta's going to be the Wizard King. Hopefully. We don't know yet. It's not over, but that's his goal. Follows him as he joins a guild. Oh my god, I just like anything that reminds me of Fairy Tail. Oh my god, I do have a type. we follow Asta on his adventure to become the Wizard King, despite the fact that he doesn't have magic, he just wields anti-magic. And it's really great. It's really cool. I love it. I think there's 3 seasons out. The anime itself is on hiatus right now because I think that they're waiting for more of the manga to come out for them to catch up. But yeah, I highly recommend this. Again, it's on the Shonen Jump app, or you can own the physicals. I think 28 volumes are out so far. I'm a few volumes behind, so I'm not fully caught up to it yet, but I believe 28 volumes are out right now, with a 29th coming out soon. I'm not gonna lie, this has taught me a lot about myself. I have no variety, apparently, which is funny because I have a lot of things that I read. Like, I feel like I have a lot of variety on my shelves. It's just I realized my favorite things are all the same. Wow. Wow. Okay, you know what? Next up on my most anticipated ongoing series of 2022, Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest. We've really come full circle. That was full, right there. That was full circle for you. Like, without a doubt. We just came right back to what started it all. Fairy Tail is the reason that all of those previous ones were mentioned in this video, because this started everything for me. So Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest obviously follows Natsu, Lucy, and their whole gang on a 100-year quest that is immediately after Fairy Tail ends. Now, if you're going to read this, I do recommend you read Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail itself is 63 volumes, and phenomenal. It's a work of art. Absolutely love it. And Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest is it's just as good. But it has some moments that are a little better. Some canon ships that you were waiting for became canon, except for the most obvious one that should have become canon, but whatever, I'll survive. Yeah, so 100-Year Quest, and it is getting an anime. I believe there's only, oh god, I think that there's 10 volumes out so far. I only have the first 5, because I've been reading it. I've been reading so many things that I haven't caught up to it yet, but I absolutely love this series. Everything I said about the previous ones times 100. I love these characters. They are the loves of my lives. Absolutely love them. I have literally named my snake after one character from Fairy Tail, but it's just an adventure, fantasy, magical world, and if you're interested in something like that, I highly recommend all of the series I've previously mentioned, because in some way, shape, or form, they are all carbon copies of each other. But Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, that is another one of my most anticipated. And now, finally, we have 3 more, and these ones are not, they're not all the same. First up, My Senpai is Annoying. I absolutely love this. This is a slice of life romance. There are 6 volumes out currently. The 7th volume comes out next week. Either this Tuesday or next week, so I still have a few days before volume 7 comes out. But I absolutely love this series. It's really cute and funny, and it does have an anime which is just as adorable, and you just love them. You love them and you're just waiting for it to happen. It is a little bit of a slow burn, and by a little bit I mean it is. We're going into volume 7 and nothing has happened yet, but I'm waiting for it. I'm holding out. It's going to, and I know it. But this is a really cute slice of life romance, and it is it's in color, but yeah, it's in color, mostly, but it is super good, and it's got an anime, so check that out. You can't read this online, so you do have to own the physicals, but I definitely recommend this if you're looking for a quick and easy read. This is definitely one of those. It'll just make you happy and leave you feeling good at the end, so I definitely recommend that. Next up, my favorite shoujo series of all time, and I see people talk about this all the time when they're talking about shoujo, is Yona of the Dawn, but I have to mention it. It is my favorite shoujo series. Again, I like adventure fantasy series, so this is right up my alley. I absolutely love this. I believe there's 35 volumes out so far. 36 is coming out soon. I own pretty much the entirety of it, minus volumes 6 and like 9 and 10, I think, which are just nowhere to be found. But as you can see, it's literally right down here. They start, I think that they're their own shelf. This is my Yona of the Dawn collection right behind me. And I absolutely love this series. Super fun. And it's got some great action scenes. Like, it's got great fight scenes. Like, it is set in a time where, like, you know, it's set in like a war period, like kind of a timepiece. I definitely recommend this if you're looking for an action shoujo. Now, there are obviously lots of other shoujos that I would recommend that way, but this is just one of my most anticipated ongoing series of 2022. I can make a video about recommendations specifically within a demographic or within like a demographic and genre, so I can definitely do that. But in terms of most anticipated ongoing series in 2022, Yona of the Dawn is one of mine. Again, my favorite shoujo series of all time. Now, next up, I might cut this. I don't know if Perfect World ends in 2022, but Perfect World, this is a josei series it's a romance, following our main characters, of one of which who is in a wheelchair, and it's essentially navigating their relationships and the issues that come with being in a relationship when one of you is disabled and the other is not, which, you know, has to do with the societal issues as well as the adjustments you have to make in your life and all of that stuff. It's really good and it is very well done. I was a little concerned about how they would go about doing this, but I absolutely love it. It has 10 volumes out so far. The 11th volume is coming out soon. Truthfully, this might be ending in 2022, but there's no confirmed number. I think it might end with 12, but I don't actually know when it ends, so I have no idea if this ends in 2022. If it does, I'm sorry I mentioned it, but I'm also not, because you should definitely check this out. It is a roller coaster of emotions. It will take you so high and then drop you. It's like Tower of Terror, just up, up, down, but then somehow back up. So I do recommend it. It's great. It's one of my favorite josei series, josei romances. So Perfect World, 10 volumes out so far, and those are my most anticipated ongoing series in 2022. Obviously, this was a shorter video because I wasn't doing like reviews or anything, but I definitely recommend, you know, the 3 non-fairy tale-esque books, as well as what essentially I've realized is just me looking to relive fairy tale as many times as possible. But I hope that you guys like these. I hope that you check them out and enjoy them, and have a great day.